Okay, can you please confirm if my screen is visible? Type yes in the chat box. Okay, guys, thank you. Thank you for confirming. So let's get it started. Let us do a small recap. So on the other day, we were discussing about static blocks in Java. Static blocks in Java. Okay. So the static block, they are recognized and executed at the time of loading the .class file to the JVM. Okay. So we have two phases. One is compilation phase. Second one is execution phase. Okay, during the execution phase, we will load the respective .class file to the JVM. At the time of loading, if this particular .class file has any static blocks or any static content, they get recognized and they get executed first. Then the main thread will be created. Main thread will execute all the instructions that is placed in the main method. Okay, if you don't understand this, repeat my go back to my previous video and complete that video once again for the better clarity. So all the topics on, all the theories and all the points related to static blocks has been discussed and completed. Okay, so this is a normal block, an ordinary block, or we can call it as, typically in Java we used to call it as instance block. Any block, okay, without any name, we call them as instance blocks. And the moment you use static keyword, it becomes static block. Okay, so they are always class level blocks. It means you can place the static blocks inside a class but outside the method. Okay, so another statement says .class files are loaded only once. Okay, .class files are loaded only once. So at the time of loading, they are recognized and executed. And we have seen some examples on top of this. Look at this. Please be informed that the instance variables can't be accessed from the static blocks. This is one of the takeaway. And all these things are the theoretical things and which we have discussed. And this is one of the typical programs that we have seen in the last session. Okay, today the session is going to be on top of static input. Okay, so this is last topic on the static context. Okay, stay focused. So this is called a static input. Okay, I will tell you what is static import. Before that, so let me take two packages. Okay, here I have package ABC, here I have package XYZ. Okay, so inside this package ABC, I have a class, a public class, and inside the package XYZ, I have a class. It is also a public class. Okay, so let me draw a low level diagram. Let me represent this in the diagrammatic form so that you people can follow better. So let me open my paint screen. Okay, so I have one package here and I have another package here. Okay, so the name of the first package is ABC. Package name is what? ABC. Okay, the name of this package is XYZ. Let me bring this down. Okay, so this package is called as what? XYZ. XYZ. So a package is nothing but a collection of classes and interfaces is called as a package. Okay, within a package you can write any Java code and you can have n number of classes. It's up to you. Okay, but all the classes will be placed inside a package. So in our case we have one package ABC and another package by the name of XYZ. Okay, and if you observe this, we have two classes. So class A is placed in the package ABC and class B is placed in the package XYZ. So it has the main method. Okay, it has the main method. Okay, so if I ever want to ask, for example, let me take a logic here. Logic is like void method one. I am placing a small piece of code, system.out.println. So let me write a statement for the better understanding. So method 1 of class A. Okay. So there is a method 1. Okay. This method 1 is placed inside class A, and this class A is inside package ABC. Okay. So from package B, I mean from class B. So I'm sorry, from class B, which is placed inside the package XYZ, I want to execute this method. I want to access this method. I want to access this method. So let me keep it as public, because to access any members from a different package, okay, it should be public, or else we can't access. We have discussed these things already in the access modifier sessions. Okay, I'm keeping it as public. Okay, I have two options. I have two options to do what? I have two options to access method 1. First option is I need to use import statement. I need to import what I need to import. I need to import the class that is placed inside the package ABC. For example, let me take this code. Okay, so this is package ABC. So I am placing our code inside this package. Okay, so this logic is in package ABC. Okay, and I am working on a different package XYZ. Okay, so let me place this here. Let me place this here. Okay, now what I'm trying to do here, so in the package XYZ, okay, I want to execute method 1 from XYZ package, from the class B. I want to execute method 1 which is in the class A. So to make a connection, to get access to ABC, I need to use what? I need to use import statement. Right? So what I'm going to do is I am using import statement followed by the respective package name. Now you tell me, guys, so if I want to access method 1, firstly I need to access what? I need to access the respective class. Right? I need to find the respective class. In order to find the respective class, I need to find the respective package. So can I write like this? So the class A is inside ABC package. Inside ABC package, I have a class called A. This is how we can get access to the respective package. It means the moment you give this import key, the moment you give this statement, import statement, the moment you give the import statement, what exactly happening behind the scenes is, let me add that statement here. The moment you add import statement, the moment you add import statement, a connection is happening. What is happening? A connection is happening between these two packages. Okay, so we are making a connection because import ABC, it means usually the main thread will be created. We know that main thread will get access to the main respective class main method. So this is the main method. Okay, so it means now this main method can traverse. This main method has an option to traverse between the current within the same class, as well as it has got an option to what? It has the control as it has got an option to travel to the package that we have defined here, abc.a. Okay, the moment you give import statement, a connection is happening, so that this main thread has an option to travel within the same class, as well as it has an option to move between the packages, to different packages, just because of this import statement. We know this already. Right? So connection has been created because of this import statement. Okay, and what I'm trying to do now, I want to access method 1. So now it is easy. Create an object, a obj equal to new a. Object creation is mandatory to access instance method. Right? After creating an object, I can do what? Obj dot method 1. Okay, the moment you give these lines, the moment these lines are added, let me add these lines here. As soon as these lines are added, what happens? Okay, object is being created for class A. Now this main thread is able to recognize the class A. Why it is able to recognize? Because there is a connection, so it has found the class A. Okay, then what we are doing on top of object reference, we are calling method 1. So it will go to the class A and it will execute the method 1, and this method 1 of class A will be displayed in the console and it will come back. Making sense so far, everyone? Are we good till now? Yes, no? Everyone answer, type yes in the chat box. This is very important topic. So this is static context, but I am explaining you. I am just doing a revision on for the how to get access by using the import statements between two packages. Okay, so let me run this, guys. To run this, I need to do what I need to say. A.java, B.java. Okay, let me remove all this. Okay, so what we usually do to perform the execution, firstly we need to save the files. Okay, I am saving the files. I'm just hitting Ctrl+S, and again I'm hitting Ctrl+S. If you go back to the folder, you are able to see A.java and B.java. Okay, what has happened so far? What has happened so far? Okay, first the files needs to be, these two respective Java files needs to be saved, right? So it has been saved like A.java and B.java. Okay, so we have two Java files. Okay, so these two Java files, we need to do compilation for these two Java files at the same time. A.java as well as B.java at the same time, or else we can do the compilation independently, or we can do the compilation together. I will let you know how it can be possible. For the compilation, firstly I need to compile what? A.java file, right? For that the command is java c space -d space dot space A.java. Okay, why this command? Because we are creating a package. When we are creating a package, this is what the command, the compilation command is supposed to be. Okay, so since the cursor is blinking, A.java file has been compiled successfully. Let us compile B.java. Same command, java c -d space dot space, this time B.java. They both are compiled successfully. What is the proof? If I go back, you are able to see the .class files inside the respective packages. If I open ABC, you will see A.class file. Let me come back. If I open, I'm sorry, something, okay. If I open XYZ, you will be able to see B.class file. Packages, respective packages are created. Okay, after this, if I run, I want to run the particular class file which has main method. Right, so main method is in class B. So to run this, to execute this, the command is java space xyz. Why xyz? This is the class B that is inside xyz package. That's why xyz dot b. Okay, method 1 of class A. So we are able to see the output as method 1 dot class A. Okay, now this is one way. One way is using the import statement. Okay, but my requirement is I do not want to use the import statement. I do not want to use the import statement. Is there any other way that I can access a class that is placed in a different package without using import statement? Without using import statement, is there any other way that I can access class A? So if I run this now, I will get an error. Why? Because the connection is closed, because I am not using import keyword. I am not using import keyword. So the main thread will not be able to identify the class A, because class A is in different package. Okay, so I am removing the, previously we had used import statement, so the connection is open. The moment I removed the import statement, it means the connection is going to be closed. I mean, there will be no connection. This will be independent. This will be independent and this will be independent class. Okay, now if I execute this, the thread is going to traverse within the same class to find the class A. It will not be able to find the class A. Why it will not be able to find the class A? We have removed the import statement. The moment you remove the import statement, this thread is going to traverse within the same package, and it will not identify the class A, so we get error. Okay, what is the proof? What is the proof? Let me run this. I'm saving this once again. Let me compile. Okay. Okay, I did not save this properly. 1 minute. So this has to be removed, right? Okay. We cannot find symbol here. It is not able to identify the year. So this is a valid error. Okay, without using import statement, if I want to access an element or a member that is part of different package, what I'm supposed to do without using import statement? Okay, I can use fully qualified name. What is a fully qualified name? Very simple. This is syntax of fully qualified name. Fully qualified. Okay, package name dot class name. Package name dot class name is going to be what? The fully qualified name. Okay, now this particular class A is part of package, is part of XYZ pack, I mean ABC package. Inside the package ABC you have a class A. Okay, so I'm using the fully qualified. Now what is that? ABC dot A equal to new ABC dot A, fully qualified name. Okay, now during the execution, it will able to locate the class A. Okay, since we have defined it like in such a way that this class A is inside package ABC. Okay, without using import statement. Alternate thing. Without using import statement, now the controller will able to identify the respective class within the respective package, because we have defined the package name also here. The package name is also defined successfully. Okay, let me run this, you will understand. Okay, let me compile individually, independently. A.java, B.java successful, no compilation errors. Okay, now we are able to do the execution. Don't you think so? So this is second way. Second way is what? Use the fully qualified name to get access to a class that is part of different package. Okay, what is the first way? First way is direct import. Okay, you can use direct import keyword. Import keyword. Second way is you can use what? Fully qualified name. You cannot use both. You cannot use both. The moment you remove this fully import keyword, the connection is closed, guys. Yes or no? Connection remains closed. Okay, if you keep import keyword, connection remains open. Okay, but if you do not want to use import statement, but if still you want to keep the connection open, you use what? The fully qualified name. What is the fully qualified name of class? Okay, instead of using a obj equal to new a, I can use the fully qualified name, which is what? ABC package name. Inside ABC package, inside package ABC, I have a class A, create object for that class, okay, and define the fully qualified name like this. So you can do like this without, if you do not want to use import statement, you have to do like this, so that now this controller, this main thread is going to recognize the class A. How it is going to recognize? This class A is part of ABC. Okay, ABC will be identified. ABC is already there, so connection is created. Okay, a class, it has identified a class. After this line, we are going to do what? We are going to do what? Call the method that is inside the class. So obj dot method one, method code. As simple as that. So making sense? What are the two ways? First way is import statement. Second way is by using fully qualified name. Are we good so far? Yes, no? Are you getting this, guys? Yeah, good, good. Now the actual topic is what? The static input. Static input. So what is a static input? Okay, so this discussion so far we have discussed about the import statement. So I have just revised the topic for the better clarity. Okay, so the explanation is, please be informed that the concept of static import in Java is introduced. When it was introduced in JDK 1.5 or Java 5. Java 5 version. Okay, it is used to access any static member of a class directly. You don't have to call it by using the class name or object reference. What does it really mean, guys? If you read this, okay, this part is fine. It was introduced in Java 5 version, so this is good. This is good. We have no issues with this. But look at this line. It is used to access any static member of class of any class, I can say. Directly. You don't have to call it by using the class name. Okay, I will give you the justification for this. Same example. I'm not creating any new example. Same example I'm taking. Okay, so in this class I'm introducing two static variables: public static integer a equal to 100. So public static integer a equal to, or I can integer I equal to 100. This is a variable, static variable. Why static variable? Static keyword has been used, so it is called a static variable. Okay, and I am taking a static method, public static. This is going to be method 2. Static method 2 of class A. Very simple. Very simple. I have a package ABC. Inside this package, I have a class. Inside this class, I have what? I have one variable. I have only one variable. This is called as a static variable. Why static variable? Static keyword has been used. Okay. I have one method. I have two methods, but these two methods can have they are different methods. Why different methods? We can define this method as a static method. Don't you think so? Because static keyword is used. So this method can be defined as non-static method because static keyword is not used. So totally I have what? I have two methods. One is static, one is non-static, and one variable that is a static variable. Right? So same example. Okay, I'm using import keyword. Import. Okay, let us understand this through import statement. Import abc.en. Okay, so the moment you do import keyword, the moment you use import statement to get access to a class that is inside a different package, connection will be opened. You know that connection will between these two classes is going to be open. Yes or no? Okay. So import statement has been used because connection between two class will remain open. Okay, so this is not our class. Now we have changed the class. So let me remove this. Okay. Let us add the new information regarding our class. So this is our new class. Now focus, guys, very important. Okay, so this is information related to our class. Let me decrease the font size. Okay, so visibility is not good. Let it be like this, no issues. Okay, so we have XYZ package and we have ABC package. This is how it is. Because of this Because of this import statement, the connection is open. Okay, connection is open. Let me remove this also. Okay, connection is open. Let's go back here. Okay, so now if I want to access static variables, I do not have to create object, right? I can directly access with the class name. How in how many ways the static variables can be accessed? Directly by using class name or by using the object reference. If that is the case, system.out.println, don't you think that I can access this static variable I equal to 100 by using the class name? We have discussed these things already. Without creating an object, I can access static members by using what? Class name. By using class name. Okay, the moment you use the class name, you are eligible to, static variables can be accessed just by using class name. If you want to access static method, use the class name. A dot method to static method can be accessed. Access static method, use class name. Class name dot method name. Okay, to access static variables, use class name dot variable name directly. But to access a non-static method, object creation is mandatory. You cannot access it directly, right? So object needs to be created for non-static variable. With the object reference, you can access non-static members. It can be variables or it can be methods. Okay, type S in the chat box if you understood this. To access static members, object creation is not mandatory. To access non-static members, object creation is mandatory. At the same time, you can also access static members with the object reference also. Two ways you can access static members. Okay, if I run this code, can you help me with the output, guys? Can you help me with the output if I run this code? Okay, let me share this piece of information to you. Okay. So this is the accessing information. Okay, let me place the screen. Okay, you can see this a.java screen. Okay. The moment I try to access the static members as well as non-static members, what output can I expect in the console? You have these things. Come on guys, make it fast. What output can we expect in the console? So, okay, let me remove all this. Okay, I am saying 100. This is A. I am saying this is B. Now you type 100 AB. What output can I expect? Yeah, good Chaitanya. Very good Chaitanya. Good Jyoti. Yes, we get this output. I have just changed the code, so no issues. Okay, let me do the compilation. So we need to compile two files, a.java and b.java. Okay, so instead of compiling two files, I can do like this, guys. I can do what? I can use the command like java c space -d. No, please observe this command. Java c space -d space dot space. Just I can use star.java. The moment I use star.java, all the .java files in the current directory will be compiled. This time a.java as well as b.java will be compiled together. I do not want to do the compilation separately. So if I have n number of .java files, I can use star.java. If I do star.java, it means all the .java files will be compiled together. I can directly use this command. But in one go, all the files will be compiled. Okay. For the execution, java base xyz dot b, right? Because it is in the class B. 100 AB. Your answers are correct. I have just changed the code. Okay. Now by this, can we conclude that we know this already, but why we are discussing this, you will get to know. Okay. We can conclude that static members can be accessed by using class name. directly, but non-static members object creation is mandatory. Okay, non-static members object creation is mandatory. But my requirement is to access static members. What? To access static members, I do not want to use the class name. I don't want to use the class name to access static members. Even I don't want to use the class name. I just want to use the variable name. I just want to use the method name. Look at this code. Just want to use the variable name I just want to use the method name. But I need to see the output as what? I need to see the output as 100 and A. Is it possible? Is it possible? I hope you got my question. So to access static members, what we do, we use class name followed by the variable name or the method name. This is one case. Okay. Second case is you can create object. Create object, and with the object reference, with the what? With the object reference, you can access static members. Can be variable or method. This is second option. But I am looking for the third option. Okay. Without doing this two, I need to execute. Somehow I need to execute. Is there any possibility for that? Okay, so if I just run this, there will be a recognition problem. Okay, let me run this. We'll get to know what problem is here. So see, I is not able to be, the main thread is not able to find the symbol I and the method too. It is unable to identify. Why? Because this I is part of class A, which is in ABC package, different package. Likewise, this method 2 is part of different package. We need to specify that package, or we need to specify the class, right? This package has been specified because we are using import statement. Package has been specified, but class specification is missing. What is missing? Class specification is missing. So if you do this, it will recognize a.java, a.method2. Definitely it is going to recognize, because inside class A there will be a variable I. It could be static, so that output is going to be 100. Likewise, inside the class A there is a method too, so it is very logical that the main thread is going to recognize because of this kind of identity that we are giving. Okay, but I do not want to give this kind of identity. Still, I want to see the output as 100A. Okay, if there is such situation, we use what? Static input. We use what? Static input. Very simple. Very simple. This is an ordinary input. This is what? Ordinary input. This is an ordinary input, a typical input. Okay, you use static, it becomes static input. Okay, why we are using static? We want to access all the static members. When I say static members, guys, when I say static members, it can be static variables, static blocks, static members. When I say static members, it can be static variables, blocks, and methods. Okay. I want to access static members by using the static input. Okay, this is the typical syntax of static input. Not syntax, this is how the static input looks like. But I need to do the specification. What is that? Inside the package ABC, inside the class A, I want to access all the static members. All the static what? Members. I want to access all the static members inside class A, so that I will be giving a command like a.star. What does it mean? Controller, the moment the controller encounters this particular instruction, okay, it will get to know there is a package called ABC. Inside the package there is a class called A. Okay, and the programmer is trying to mention a keyword here. What is it? Access all the static members that is placed inside the class. To ensure that the command is properly designed, or the instructions is properly given, we use star. Star means it includes static variables, static blocks, static methods. Okay, so let me do this. So static hyphen space abc dot a dot start. The moment you do this, you don't require to do what? You don't require to use the class name also this time. Directly you use I. Okay. The moment you use I, the controller will identify the exact import statement, static import. Okay. Inside the package ABC, go back to the package. This is a package ABC. Inside the class A, okay, we are telling the JVM to access all the static members. How many static members are there? This is one static member. This is one static member. So this is I. You can now directly give I. You can directly give method 2. Okay. I directly gave I. I directly gave method 2. No class name is used. No object reference is used to execute these instructions. Right? Will it work? Let us see. 100. Are you getting this point, guys? Everyone? This is the third way, guys. This is the third way. This is the third phase for the static. This kind of privileges is there only for the static members. Only for the static members. For non-static members, it's a fate for non-static. What is the deal with the non-static members? You need to create object. It is mandatory to create object. Object creation is mandatory to deal with non-static members. When I say non-static members, it can be what? Non-static variables, methods, blocks, etc. Okay, but to deal with static members, okay, you can either create object creation is possible. Also you can use the class name to access class name dot the static member name, or else you can directly use the respective variable name itself, directly variable name itself. But you need to ensure that you are using what? Static import. By using static import. Okay. The moment you use static import, it means all the static members can be accessed directly without having to be having to create the object or without using the class name. Making sense? Yes, no? Are you getting this? Everyone type us in the chat box if you are getting this. Find any confusion, you can repeat this video. Very simple. I have just revised the non-static content for you. Okay, and I am doing this. Okay, so this is a valid one. Let's bring this example. Uh, 1 minute, guys. Okay, now I think this is making more sense, right? This particular line of code. Okay, if you want to access any static member of any class directly, you do not have to call it by using the class name or object name. Okay, I can say you can go for static import. Okay, let me remove this. You want to access any static member of any class directly, you do not have to call it by using the class name or object reference. Okay, syntax. What is the syntax? Don't worry about the notes. I will do a lot of corrections before posting it in the description. Okay, syntax says import keyword followed by what? Static keyword followed by package name dot followed by class name. Okay, package name should be in small letters, right? Package name followed by class name dot. This is mandatory. Star. Why star is mandatory? Star is representing the all the static members. Star represents all the static members. Very simple, isn't it? Okay, so why we are doing this? Why we have to do this? Why we have to do this? Okay, advantage. What is an advantage behind this? First advantage is you do not have to use the class name. Okay, Second advantage, you don't have to use the object reference name, and the third advantage is less coding is required. If you have access any static members of any class very often. Sometimes there will be a requirement, guys. What kind of requirement will be like? You want to access the static members. If the static members needs to be accessed very often, I mean a very frequent number of times. If that is the case, you can use this import so that it will become very easy for you to access it, because you are going to use a variable name directly. It will be helpful for us. Okay. Real-time example, let us see. Okay. So the real-time example could be like, we have a class called thread class. We have a class called what? Thread class. In Java, there is a predefined class. Predefined class. So there is a predefined class in a predefined package. Where? In a predefined package. Let us understand this. No one is going to teach you about this. Okay, this will make more sense. That's a predefined class. Predefined class is nothing but it is a class which is defined by the Java people. Likewise, predefined package is nothing but it is a package which is defined by Java people. This is user defined. This is my package. I have created this. We have created this. This is our package. So this is called as what? The user defined package. Likewise, this is user defined. Package XYZ is a what? User defined package. Because it is our package. Likewise, class A is what? User defined class. I define this, we define this, so user defined. So this is what? User defined. User defined. We define this. Okay. But there are some class. There is a class called thread class. We will discuss about this thread class in the future topics. Let's assume that there is a class called thread class. It looks like class thread. Okay, there will be some instructions. Okay, some instructions will be there inside. Some instructions are there. This thread class is defined by the Java people. That's why it is called as what? The predefined class. Okay, just get acquainted with these terminologies for now. Predefined class. Likewise, there is a package called java.lang package, lang.star. This is what? This is a kind of package defined by Java people. So we call this package as predefined package. So now just tell me one thing. Have you got to, are you understanding the difference between predefined and the user defined packages? Have you got that understanding first? What is a predefined package and what is a user defined package? Have you got such understanding? Okay, let's proceed. So in the predefined package, in a predefined class, there are three static variables. There are three what static variables? Public, static, final, int, min, priority equal to 1. Don't worry about this code. This is the code written by the Java people. Inside the Java language, okay, there is a class, and inside this class there is a variable, there is a static variable in the name of min priority, in the name of max priority, okay, in the name of min priority, I'm sorry, not max priority, norm priority. Okay, there is a priority called max priority. So these are the values assigned to these variables. This is the variable name, this is the variable name, this is a variable name, and this is the static variable. This is defined by the Java people. This is defined by the Java people. But my requirement is I want to access the static variables directly. I want to do what? I want to access the static variables directly. This is how it looks like. So let me open the picture here. Okay, So this is my package. Okay, let us say this as the package XYZ. Package XYZ. Okay. So package XYZ, and there is a predefined package. So this is a predefined package. Okay. This is called as the lang package. Java dot. Name of the package is lang package. Inside this package, there is a class called what? Thread class. Thread class. Okay. Inside this class, there are three variables defined by the Java people. Three variables defined by the Java people. These are the three variables. This is variable 1, this variable 2, this variable 3. Okay, this is user predefined package. Okay, this is user defined package, my package. Okay, so in the predefined package, I have identified there are three static members. This is one static member, this is another static member, and this is another static member. Okay, and it has its own names: min priority, norm priority, and so forget about this. Just understand there is a name is called min priority, and there is a value 1, 5, 10. We will understand this, but we want to understand the topic of static import. Okay, my requirement is from my current package, I want to create my own class. So let us take this class test. Okay, this is my own class, and I want to make my own method, public static void main. So this is my own method, main method inside my own class, my user defined class. Okay, I want to use system.out.println. I want to access these variables directly. The moment I give min priority, I need to you need to see the value 1 in the console. The moment I give max priority, you need to see the value norm priority, you need to see the value as 5. Okay, the moment I give max priority, you should see the value, but we haven't defined these values. Min priority is defined somewhere in a file in a class called thread class defined by Java people. We are trying to get access to those variables. These are the variables. We are trying to get access to those variables. Okay, now do you think the connection is open? The connection is closed. Okay, I want to open this connection. To do that, don't you think that I need to do the import, static import? Now, firstly, I need to do the import, right? I need to import. Okay, let us represent this in the programmatical way. I'm taking only one class here. This package XYZ. Okay, let me remove all this. Okay, public class, I'm taking the name of the class as test. Okay, I want to access system.out.println. What I want to access? I want to access what? Min priority. This is a variable, guys. This is a variable name. Priority. This is the norm priority. Okay, and this is the max priority. These variables are static variables. Okay, in order to access static variables, I need to use the class name. What is a class name? Thread is the class name. Thread dot min priority. If I do this, okay, I will get the required output here. I'm using the class name followed by the variable name to get access to any static members. This is one of the ways. To access. Let us see if this is working first. Java C space -d space dot space. This time I'm not using star because I want to compile only this file, only test file. Okay, let me save this as test.java. The file name is test, class name is test, so that's why it is where as test.java. Okay, now I am doing the compilation test.java. Compilation is successful. Let us do the execution. Java C space what? Java space XYZ dot what is the class name? Test. Okay, we get 1, 5, 10. Where are these value stores? We are getting what? 1, 5, 10. Okay. These are the values that is defined by Java people. Don't worry about this. Min priority is a variable name, okay, which is holding a value 1. Is holding a value what? 1. 5. Max non-priority 5. Max priority 10. These variables are placed in the thread class. Okay. Thread class is part of java.lang package. Java.lang package is part of what? Predefined package. Okay. These things are inside the Java predefined packages. These are defined by Java people. This is somewhere inside our system, inside our Java. The moment you download Java files, okay, this package is one among the packages. But my question is, okay, I am using the class name. I do not want to use the class name, but I will just use the variable names because they are static type. Okay, the static type. I will just use the variable names. They are static type, but still I want to get access. Previously, I have used the fully qualified name. This fully qualified name. Okay. Now I do not want to use the fully qualified name. I just want to use the what? I want to use the class name. Sorry, variable name. Okay, I will use static import. Okay, import static java.lang.class. Okay, this is package name. Java.lang itself is a package name. .class followed by star. Star means all the static members. Okay, the moment I do this, you will get the output. One pattern. Okay, we haven't defined this min priority. We haven't defined any value for the non-priority. We haven't defined any value for the max priority. Okay, I have just used this import keyword. What is happening behind the scenes? Okay, so this keyword has been, this statement has been used. This import statement has been used. Okay, the moment you use this import statement, the connection is happening between what? Between the predefined class and the user defined class. Okay, the connection is happened. Okay, this is a static import. This is a static import. Okay, main thread will be created. Okay, main thread will get access to the main method. First access is we are trying to access min priority. Min priority is not part of the current class. Okay, so since the connection has been created. Okay, so we have used import statement. So it will go to the java.lang package. Inside this, it has found what? Something like min priority. The value is 1. So 1 will be displayed in the console. Next, non-priority. The value is 5. 5 will be displayed in the console. Next, max priority. The value is 10. 10 will be displayed in the console. Okay. So you just observe one thing. All these three variables are static variables. What do you think, so? All these three variables are static variables. Okay. To access static variables, we have three options. Option 1, use the class name. That is the class name dot the variable name. Okay. Or else create the object for the thread class, or else you can do like this: thread obj equal to new thread. Okay, with the object reference you can access obj dot min priority. Okay. The third option is directly, if you want to access, use the static input. Directly you will get access. Without any attack, you will get access directly. Making sense, everyone? Yes, no, screen not visible. I think internet connection issue. Everyone are able to see my screen. Everyone are able to see my. Okay, what is the difference between normal input and the static input? This is the conclusion. Stay focused. Difference between input and static input. Okay, so the import allows the programmer to access all the classes of what? Of the package, respective package, without package qualification. whereas the static import future allows to access the static members of a class without the class qualification. Very simple. Without the class qualification means you don't have to use the class name directly, you can access the variable name. Here the package qualification means you do not have to use the package name, you can access it by using the class name, but here you do not have to use the class name also. Okay, so the import keyword provides accessibility to classes. The static keyword provides accessibility to the static member of the classes. Very, very important difference. Very simple. If you use only import keyword, you will get access to the respective classes. But if you use static import keyword or static import, what we call it? If you use static import option, the static import provides access to the static members of the all in a particular class. There will be a number of static members. So to get, you will get access to all the static members without having to use the class name. This is the key difference, guys. That's it about the static. What we call as static import. This is all about static import. Okay, you just do a revision, small revision. Okay, these things will be very clear.